Yeah, we've had some talk recently about nuclear. We still have some diehards that'd much rather find an opportunity within solar or a less impactful fossil fuel, but we're definitely open to a conversation about what's going on with the technology and the advancements because there have been, big activities that have big developments
Yeah,
in that
I,
area of
I,
research.
I've had a little bit of nuclear experience too. Matter of fact, when Chernobyl happened, I was one of the United States personnel that went in to analyze the process and just try and figure out what exactly happened. Nuclear has evolved. Nuclear has gone from major large reactors to small reactors. And those small reactors could be done very safely. So there's an opportunity there. And you talk about a optimization of energy utilization from a fuel source. That is it. And to
Right.
be able to do that safely, be able to do it in almost like a grid mentality standpoint, you don't have to worry about putting in a large nuclear plant that covers a third of a state. You put in 150 of those within Florida, and you're home free in those small reactors. So that's another opportunity to go with some of the people who are foremost in that right now. There's a few big companies out there doing it and doing it well. The issue has been one where, because of 3 Mile Island and because of Chernobyl, really the industry has gotten a black eye. And for some of the activities that have gone on in both of those conditions, it deserved it. But I think that science has moved past that, and for people to start accepting that science, again, it's gonna be a slow process to get people to accept it. But I think there's opportunity there to do it if it's done correctly, done in a very sophisticated way on a small scale, and championed by maybe a part of Florida. And why not Cape Coral?
Well, as an organization, we're always open to hearing what the science has to say, but people tend to be very sensitive. I know there's been some recent fish die-offs due
Sure.
to what they suspect would be water heating and inefficient oxygenization
Yeah.
of water in areas surrounding the local the nuclear plants in our backyard. So I know that in mind makes people very sensitive
Sure.
even with developed technology. But it's really the old technology that's left that black eye, and it continues to be a wound as far as why, as an organization and as people in general, tend to be very reluctant to consider nuclear power. Well, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think science, what the
Now,
science,
scale does a lot to that, because the larger the scale, the
right,
larger the heat sink you need to be able to capture that. So by doing it on a smaller scale, it's controllable. So I think that their industry can gravitate to that. There's been so much resistance to it, though. It's really handcuffed and uh, been detrimental to the advancement of the science, because people just say, it's not even worth fighting that battle.
right.
Um, Probably 30 years from now, this will be a different type of conversation, because I think by that time we've been evolved. I think that probably the most facilitated routes right now to start moving toward very improved energy sourcing will be through solar, in particular in Florida. You get because of wind energy, you get the NIMBY stuff where people don't like
Right.
to lure those big, some of that stuff further offshore. Further offshore than most people would comprehend them to be in other places. Uh,
And
but
particularly solar is something that every homeowner, well, not every homeowner, the majority of homeowners could take advantage of themselves.
absolutely.
A lot simpler to put solar panels on the
It
rooftop
froze again.
residents throughout Cape Coral, which has very few trees, so it makes it one of the ideal spots for it.
Absolutely.
And
I agree.
everybody can play a part
I
and
agree.
take advantage of the solar power as far as its potential.
I see a partnership with your industry group and our industrial, our economic department to nucleate this and make it a facilitated package for building.
Absolutely. We'll see what we can do to put that together. But Joe, I really appreciate the time that you've spent with us and explaining your views on how you feel that locally the energy in Florida can be changed and go down a path that's far more sustainable. And I just want everybody else to stay tuned to our channel on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media platforms to get more information about how we can rethink the energy in Florida. Now I want all of you to go forth and spread some sunshine.